What's up guys, welcome to a new video on the channel. Today we're doing something different. I thought I'd do my first 6-hour impression of Tiny Tina's Wonderland. This is all going to be spoiler free. All the gameplay that I'm showing is from an early side mission, so there'll be no spoilers in this video, so don't worry about that. I didn't really have this game on my radar, but I thought last week I'll pick it up, give it a go. I wasn't the massive fan of Borderlands 3. I played all the Borderlands games apart from the pre-sequel. I thought 1 and 2 were excellent. Third it was an okay game, but the story kind of let it down, didn't it? So I wasn't really looking at buying this game, but I picked it up and I'm glad I did. So I'm just gonna have a quick rundown of what I think of the game so far. Like I say, I'm only 6 hours in. I'm only level 9, I think, at the moment, so I'm not too far. But yeah, firstly we'll jump into the story. So it's quite different this time. You haven't got your pre-made characters. You do make your own character. Character customization is actually pretty good. There's quite a lot of options that you can put on your character. Loads of costumes, hairstyles, eye colours, etc. And then you can pick one of a few classes. It's got the generic archery class, magic class, melee class, etc. But there's pretty much anything for everyone in the class selection. And then we go into the game. Tiny Tina's basically playing her own version of Dungeons and Dragons called Bunkers and Badasses. And you're playing through the game because your ship has crashed. You and your character's ship has crashed. So you're all playing Dungeons and Dragons with Tiny Tina. And then something, without giving away any spoilers, happens to one of the main characters, and the whole story has to change from there. I think the writing is a lot better on Tiny Tina compared to Borderlands 3. It doesn't take itself as seriously as the twins try to in Borderlands 3. The Calypso twins tried to be too edgy, and it was a bit cringe. But Tiny Tina and the characters in this game seem to be... they seem to know that they're in a game, so it's not as cringe. It's a bit weird at times, but it's got that Borderlands feeling. It's funny. It's very weird. No other games really like it. But yeah, I think the characters are way better than Borderlands 3. There's much better writing as well. And then we'll quickly jump onto the gameplay. The gameplay feels really nice. If you play Borderlands 3, it's on the same engine as Borderlands 3, so it won't feel too much different to you. The main change probably is the melee combat. There's actual melee weapons in Wonderlands, which you can get as a normal loot weapon, and they're not just melee weapons. Just like the guns, they all have different attributes. Some have different spells that can shoot out little dragons that shoot fire at all the other enemies. So there's quite a lot of variety in the melee weapons. To be fair, it's quite a lot more than I thought it'd be, and it's quite useful as well. There's no vehicle combat, which is one of the biggest complaints with people in Borderlands 3. I think the Borderlands vehicle combat's never been particularly great, so to see it not here is quite nice to see. Also, grenades have been replaced. They're called spells this time. They're kind of acting the same way, but you shoot out spells. Pretty self-explanatory. Some shoot out dragons. Some just shoot off fire, tornadoes, etc. You think of it, it's probably in this game. One of the biggest changes in the gameplay as well is the new Overworld System. So unlike Borderlands 3, where you'd fly to different destinations, there's an overworld which, if you've ever played Mario Party, it's a bit like that. It's over the top view, and you can walk around, find side quests, etc. from the hub area. But this time there's like Cheetos stuck in the way, so you've got to work out how to try and get a Cheeto out of your path. There's soda running across the floor that you can't walk on because it'll kill you, so you've got to try and find a way through through the soda, which is always interesting. Of course, there are funny characters as you go away. Without getting any spoilers away, you will find a good play on words character after about an hour when you finally get to the open world, which I thought was hilarious on stream the other day. By the way, I do stream on Twitch, so I will link my Twitch name in the description. So if you do want to see me stream more of Tiny Tina's Wonderlands, click the link below and give me a follow on Twitch. But yeah, onto the performance. I am playing on PC. I've got a RX 6700 XT. So it's quite a new card. And I'm only playing at 1080p because I haven't upgraded my monitor yet. So I'm playing at over 60 FPS on Badass. Don't really have any frame drops. The only frame drops I do have is they are having issues with the shift servers at the moment. And when you disconnect from the shift servers, it does stutter quite a bit. But I do believe they are working on that. So hopefully in the next couple of days there should be a patch to resolve the stutter with the servers. But apart from that, I've had literally no issues recording. It's always been over 60 FPS. There's quite a lot of graphical options as well, and it does look a really good game, to be honest. I have had a few audio bugs though, like lines have been missing, and out of sync. Like I've got the subtitles on, and there'll be some subtitles, but you won't actually hear the audio, which is very weird. And sometimes they're out of sync as well. I think this is also a known glitch, which I think Gearbox are working on. So fingers crossed again that that'll be patched in the next few days. The only real complaints I have regarding Tiny Tina, I keep saying Tina all the time, but the only complaints I have about Tiny Tina is probably the UI is a bit dated, and the map is hard to use. There's multiple layers to the map. It's not really user friendly to look where you're actually going on the map. They're still using the old engine, Borderlands 3 engine, which was updated I believe from Borderlands 2. So it's quite an old engine, and you can really tell with the UI. Now you get like spells and that drop on the floor, which will give you specific perks, but the way it's listed is like there's a few boxes and it's about 10 stats listed underneath, so when you're in a battle it's a bit convoluted to stop and read and know if you want to pick them up or not. But yeah, overall I thought it's only a quick video, but overall I'm having a great time with this game. It is surpassed all expectations, to be honest. I'd highly recommend it if you've played any Borderlands before. I think you'd love it. It plays a lot like Borderlands 3, but again without the cringy storyline. I think the storyline, like I said before, is 10 times better than it was on Borderlands 3. I think the humour's better. The gameplay's just as good as it is in Borderlands 3. I don't think the gameplay's ever been bad in the Borderlands game, but I think Borderlands 3 kind of perfected it, and now this one's pretty much the same as Borderlands 3. But I think the way it's going, this might be one of my favourite Borderlands games, you know. I've got quite a long way to go. I think it's about 30 hours long, and then I've got the end game content to play through. So I might make an updated final review when I've actually finished the game and give you my actual full thoughts. But I think I'll end it there. Hopefully you've enjoyed the video. Like I say, I might do more Tiny Tina content in the next couple of weeks. I might make some builds once I've got further on into the game towards the end game. Do a few runs of the in-game content. So if you would like to see that, please let me know, and do like and subscribe the channel. It does help a lot. I'm almost at 100 subs, which don't seem a lot, but it will give me my custom URL, which on a small channel, when you're trying to link a URL with 50 characters on, it's not really a nice link to look at. But yeah, thank you all for watching, and I will see you all next time.